Hey, what's going on, guys? Back in our video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Contra Rogue Corps on the Nintendo Switch. I do vaguely remember this game getting announced several months back, but I kind of had been out of gaming I took a little break for a couple months just with life and stuff like that, so I kind of didn't follow up on it very much. Been playing a lot recently, and obviously I'm a huge Contra fan growing up. I try to go through, at least once a year, and I do like no death runs on the Contra and Super C on the NES. So I really love those games. I really love Contra Hard Corps on the Genesis and Contra 3 on the SNES. So it's one of my favorite franchises. So obviously a Contra game. When I heard about it, I just really from the get did not have high expectations for it, and I know maybe some people did. That's on them, but I mean, just knowing where Konami's at now and just what they've been doing for this, last several years, I just didn't have high expectations for it. So I, was not super amped about it. But then when it came out on its release date, I was like, it's $40, and Best Buy offered a $10 like gift card or something like that for the purchase. And I use Best Buy all the time, so I knew I was going to use it. The gift card, so meaning it's around $30. So for $30, I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up and try it out and see what I thought about it, because I'm not one to usually a game like this that kind of looked like it wasn't going to be so very good from the get-go. I know a lot of people like to jump on board of just smashing it and saying how horrible it is, and a lot of YouTubers just like to they like doing that, just trashing stuff without even getting a chance or playing it. And I want to see for myself, just to see if it was any good or not, if it was garbage. And let's get a little bit into it. Like I said, this isn't a review. I've only played it for about 5+ hours. I picked it up launch day. I've played it Tuesday, Wednesday, and a little bit tonight. So 3 nights I've been playing it. So have a good feel for the game. Obviously haven't beaten it, but I think I can talk pretty briefly about it. To start with, the case is probably the ugliest artwork I think I've seen on a case. It's horrible. It really is. And what kind of doesn't make sense is, like, it has inside cover art, and the inside cover art is actually like pretty good. I really like the inside cover art. And I mean, I'm not one to use. I don't think it's necessarily like a reversible cover, but I may actually use it as one. Doesn't have a spine on it or nothing like that. But I mean, I really like the artwork on the inside, which kind of doesn't make any sense why they have such nice artwork on the inside. I don't know if you can see that or not. And on the front, it's just like, it's wretched. It's probably the worst cover art I think I've ever seen on a game. It's like, it's completely horrible. I mean, once you get into the game, you'll notice that as well, that it's really ugly, and it's like you really can't hide it. And I know people, like I said, I didn't get a demo. I don't play demos, but people who played the demo, I heard them saying it looks like a mobile game. And I mean, on that basis, they're right. It does look like a mobile game, and it's really bad looking. There's really no way around it. So I will talk a little bit about like stuff that I like and stuff that I dislike. To start off from jump, I know I've talked pretty bad about the graphics and stuff like that. I actually do like the game. So it does, it's that the game's obviously it's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it, but I have been enjoying the game. I got a crap ton of games. And there's so many games that I really want to play that I haven't. And so if I give any time to a game at all, then it's got to be somewhat at least enjoyable. And I've been playing it, like I said, the last couple nights. And I don't know if I'm going to finish it, but I'm not going to stop playing it after this video. I am going to keep on playing it. But the graphics are really bad, like I said. But we'll kind of show you what you got here. So you have 4 selectable characters, and they all have different abilities. So you got the girl, you got the guy. You got the Kaiser, Ms. Karakiri, HB, the Hungry Beast, and then the Gentleman. And I've played a little bit with both. or with all 4 of them. I basically played through one mission with all of them. I think I did the first mission with Kaiser, and then her, and then the Beast, and then the Gentleman. And they all play differently, have different weapons, different sub-weapons, there are different speeds and stuff like that, which, you know, is pretty cool. I like that. You also level up your characters, as you can see here. His machine gun and homing gun are like level 1, because I think I played through just the first stage with him. It was pretty quick, so I didn't really level up very much. And on these other stages, I kind of like didn't make them through the first time through, so I had to play through the missions a couple times. And what is cool is that even if you fail the mission, because they're like timed out missions, they may be like 20-minute missions or 45-minute missions, whatever they are, and you kind of got to play through. If you don't, then you get to play through them again, type of thing. And you get 3 lives when you go through. But I failed some missions multiple times, and that's why I think I leveled up some of these guys' weapons. So you also have like a workshop, and you can come into the workshop and you can customize your weapons. So this is like, I basically just went, her main weapon is like a laser gun, and her and the Gentleman both have their main weapon is the laser gun, and they have different sub weapons. And I don't really like the laser gun, I like her sub weapon. So I just kind of wanted to mix it up, because what you can do is you can come in and develop, and see, here's like the laser gun. You can come and purchase like a grenade launcher, whatever, a pressure mine, hula hoop, I don't know what the heck that is. So you can purchase different weapons, and then you can, I think, assign them as like main weapons or sub weapons. That's kind of what I did. I purchased the shotgun, and then I went and I assigned it to her as her main weapon, which, see, down here is her sub weapon, which is like a chainsaw. So her chainsaw is actually really cool. I like it a lot. But she has her main weapon, sub weapon. You kind of change that around with all the characters. I think you can assign, like, because the other guy has like the Gentleman and Kaiser both have like a machine gun as their main gun, and then they have different sub weapons. But it's pretty cool how that works. There's leveling up, there's development, there you can purchase stuff, and then you can also add like as far as on her main weapon, you can add stuff to it to kind of level or just increase it. So right here I got this this plate on it, and it kind of increased like the cool rate and stuff like that. But you can definitely toy around with some of these other things. You can see if I add this stuff on, you can see if it increases the cool rate or recovery time, or hurts it or whatnot. But yeah, there's different add-ons you can do, which definitely I like a lot. So that's it as far as like, that's just shoot, get this guy here, get out of here. No, that's it as far as like just like the workshop. I mean, it's I'm not going to get too far into it. Then you got your profile over here, which, like I said, you can see I played a little bit over 5 hours at this time. You got your medals, and I guess vlogs and stuff like this. Carnage League, I don't know what that is. It keeps a record, but there is like, and I've played a little bit of just couch co-op, because you can play up to 4 players couch co-op. Let me get into the surgery room before I get into the different gameplay modes. But so you come in here like the transplant mode, and you can, I just bought some for her. I bought like you got like her brain, her eyes, skeleton, and organs. And I bought this brain, like you can see, and it kind of it adds just different attributes. It adds her shield defense, reduced damage, jetpack, you know, minus 5%, but it also resurrects shield health plus 12.1%. So you can kind of like purchase different items and put it on them, and then kind of and then you go into surgery. You can pick different surgeons, and it'll kind of like I guess, I don't know, like I wanted it once, but I don't know, kind of you pay for the surgeon, and like the bottom line surgeon, I think maybe just looks like things can go bad, and you can kind of like screw up, like maybe you may end up losing your money. But they just have some stuff going on here. They got a black market transplantation. And then here's your just inventory of like different stuff as well that you can look at. But I mean, it's just, you know, it's some cool stuff that they've added, which I, like I said, like. APC, I think this is where you get into Carnage League. Okay, so this is where it keeps your record. As far as ranked match, quick match, private match, barbarian shop, play with friends. I think this is like 1v1 is what I think this is. And then you get into when you come over here, and you can do single player, public room, browse rooms, private room, couch co-op, and then play with friends. Which is this? I haven't tested this out. Play using the local wireless play. Okay, but I haven't. For some reason, I thought my Nintendo thing was on auto renew, and it's not. So I got to renew that because I don't ever use it anyway. So I haven't been able to test this out. But it looks like you can play through like the missions, couch co-op, or jump in a room and find someone random to play with. So it does give you options in that sense. So yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it as far as just like what all you have in this your little hub here. So let's go get into some gameplay and just show you what it looks like, what it plays like, and stuff like that. We'll do single player, and I've already done some of these ones. Let's go ahead and which one do we want to do? Let's do this one. We'll do that one. No. Let's do this first one. Are you sure? Yes, let's do this. We'll do it with her. Give you just a sense of what the gameplay. You've probably seen gameplay already, but it's like I said. I mean, it looks really bad. That's the biggest problem with it. Other than that, I do think the gameplay is fun. I mean, I know a lot of people are very just anal about like the original, certain franchises, especially like something like the original Contra, because they were very nostalgic for it. I mean, I am too. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. The original Contra is on the NES. So I get it, but I think sometimes you also have to just realize what Konami is and where they're at. And I mean, it sucks, but I mean, you have to lower your expectations to a certain. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, it's not doing you no good just to sit around and want some perfect Konami, game that probably is not going to come. I mean, this game to me is fun. I mean, it plays well. I mean, it's smooth. It runs well. The loading screens and stuff like that are like not long. It's fun. But it's definitely not perfect. Like I said, it's ugly, and it's that you can't make excuses for it, especially Konami being all that they are. Even as crappy as they are nowadays, they still are a AAA publisher. It's like, how did this happen? I don't know. That aspect of it does suck, because if the graphics were like better, or like kind of like what the inside of I think they'd be a lot better if it was like just a brighter color palettes, because the color palette that they use is just horrible, and it's just the textures are just not good. It's just, but other than that, the game is just really fun to play, in my opinion. You may think it's trash, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to think it's trash, because that's what a lot of people say. Oh, the game's trash, and whatever. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I think the game's a lot of fun. But I mean, it's not perfect. It could have been better. Like, one thing you'll notice is that you have like a cooldown. So like when you're shooting, get up here to some enemies. But yeah, you have a cooldown. Watch, I'll burn it out here. And that kind of like to some degree sucks. Now I can't fire no more until my cooldown's done. But it makes you, as opposed to just running and gunning, and that's, I get it. That's what Contra's all about, is just running and gunning. I get it. But it does add some strategy to it, changes it up. I mean, if you want to play a classic Contra, just play a classic Contra, I guess. I don't know. I mean, but you get the cooldown. You have like a dash attack that you can use. And we'll get through here, and we'll do like that's the main weapon. We'll get through here and check out the sub weapon, the chainsaw, which I guess the chainsaw is really cool. All right, so we changed over to the chainsaw. But yeah, you got these different, you got like it's time to get through, and you got different collectibles you got to pick up, and you know, you're at the end, you're kind of ranked on your, the speed that you made it through, just like how many enemies you killed, and all kinds of different stuff. So, what this game like, in my opinion, like what this game like reminds me a lot of when I'm playing is like Travis Strikes Again. And so Travis Strikes Again is a game that I know a lot of people like gave a lot of crap to, and I played through it when it came out. I had to play through it on my other channel, and I did a review of it. And I liked the game, you know. And there's a lot of problems with that game, but it was like, what was it, a $30-$40 game or something like that? I mean, like I said, I think people just have, with different games, get their expectations set to a certain level, and then if it's not exactly what they want to be, then they just trash it. And it's like, not every game is going to be a perfect game. This game is, like I said, it's far from perfect. There's a lot of problems with it as far as the graphics. It's ugly, but it doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's not a fun game to play, because in my opinion, it still is. But yeah, this reminds me a lot of like Travis Strikes Again, as far as just like kind of like the quality. You know, that game was fun. There was a lot of problems with it. But I enjoyed it. But I know it's at the same time, I know everyone's not going to enjoy it. So, I mean, if you played Travis Strikes Again, another game that kind of like it reminds me of, in a sense that like the gameplay is a lot different, but like Sonic Forces. I played Sonic Forces, and I liked it. I enjoyed my time with Sonic Forces. And I know a lot of people just wanted Sonic Forces to be something that it wasn't, and then were upset because it wasn't what they wanted it to be, and just completely trashed it. And I thought Sonic Forces, for like, you know, for a $30-$40 game was you know, was fun. I mean, it was. Yes, I would have changed it, and there's a lot of things that would have changed to have it been different, but it wasn't. And you know, sometimes you got to take things at face value for what they are. And you know, so I think this game is kind of similar to that, to where if you hated Sonic Forces, thought it was an abomination, hated Travis Strikes Again, and then you're probably not going to want to touch this game. And you probably already know that. So you probably don't know why you've been watching this video. But if you're someone who's like on kind of borderline, to where it's like, you know, the game looks bad, but it's like, is it fun to play? You know, type of thing. Like, how bad is it? It does look bad. It looks horrible, but it's still fun to play. It can be. You can have a game that the graphics aren't good, but the game is still fun to play. I mean, a lot of retro games are, you know, crappy graphics and still hold up to this day. So then you can kind of get into like the price point, like what's it worth. $40 is probably a little bit much. I mean, from what I understand, the campaign is like close to 20 hours. So if it's that long, I think it may be worth $30 to $40. I paid, like I said, I paid $40. I got the $10 gift card. I don't have buyer's remorse. I'm not upset that I bought the game. Like I said, it's been fun. I've got enjoyment out of it, and I'll get more enjoyment out of it. But it's, you know, what I also think that the game will probably not sell very well, and will probably drop pretty quick. So I think within like probably by like I would say probably no later than probably before Thanksgiving, Black Friday, you can probably get it for $25 or something like that. It'll probably be on sale for like $25, $30 without it, you know, without the gift card straight up. And I could see it definitely probably within the next year going on sale for $20, you know, definitely digitally and maybe even physically as well. So it's gonna be a game that, you know, if you don't want to get it now, it's like, maybe I'll try it out. I would, you know, definitely wait, and when you see it at $20, $25, you know, go ahead and pick it up and try it. But at the same time, I'm not someone to say, like I said, I spent $40 on it, and I'm perfectly fine with it. So don't. If you think the game looks fun and you're not too worried about the graphics, don't worry about people saying, "Oh, don't pay $40 for this." You know, you pay what you want to pay for. Don't listen to someone who don't have a job, who relies on making videos, who didn't pay for the game in the first place. You know, make your own decisions as far as like what you think you want to spend your money on. I have a good job, so I don't mind spending $30, $40 on a game that I may get 15, 20 hours out of, and doesn't have great graphics. But Yeah, some of the things I would like to see change in this though is like you have your dash attack, but I'd like to see like a melee attack too, and I'd also just like to see like, because it's like a twin stick shooter, and I'd also like to see like a lock on button. But those are like two of the things that, as far as like the gameplay, that I'd really like to see. I'd really like to see like a lock on for the shooting and like a melee. But then I guess I'm almost making it sound more like saying that I want cannon spike for the Dreamcast. Oh crap, I'm just talking and missed that thing. But yeah, that's kind of just like a brief overview and like my opinion of the game. I've kind of gone into, you know, how I feel. You know, like I said, I enjoy it. You can talk trash if you want, call me whatever you want to call me, but you know what, that's whatever. I like the game, I'm enjoying it. I'd say to pick it up. I mean, but like I said, if you're someone who just is really picky about graphics and likes trash games, just to do it, then I mean, obviously don't pick it up, and you can just talk all the trash you want to in the comics, that's fine. But you know, like I said, to each his own. Like I said, if you like Travis Strikes Again, or you thought that I was, you know, you had some fun out of that, and like Sonic Forces, that caliber of game, then I think you'll be fine here. And it's not, you know, it's not a perfect Contra game, but it's fun, it's enjoyable. And I think that's it for this video, guys. So I mean, I may end up coming back and, like I said, do like a full review of it when I finish the game. I may not. Kind of been steering away from that just because they take so much time to make, and I like doing reviews, but I just don't have the time for them. But we'll see. I may come back after I'm done and do one. But that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Later.